Hey friends, I've been meaning to do this for, I don't know, a week or so, but anyway, wanted to do quick review of the Alterna comics that I got in my monthly subscription, and we also got a couple of weird masks from Paperback Junkie. Troy wanted this one because he loves Jason, and some of these were really scary. So I'm anxious for Troy to read some of them and us talk about them. So check them out. Weird Mask, weirdmask.com, and I believe they also have an Etsy store. So this one, Feast or Famine, I really like the artwork. It's all a lot of like.
I've also been extremely passionate about teaching. So at one
Sorry.
point, my wife Danae said, "Why don't you marry those two together?"
Lots of really cool colors and stuff. A little bit lost because this was the third issue in a series. So I think what I'm going to do is see if I can get a hold to issues 1 and 2, so I can catch up and kind of know what's going on with this. Okay, so now I know what this means in case you missed it. I liked this a lot. I thought it was great. It was part 2 of 3, so I may also try and see if I can get part 1 because I really liked this. It was funny, and it kind of made me think of Guardians of the Galaxy and like Cowboy Bebop, because it's, they're in space and it's funny. It was really great, and I like all the artwork is just like black, white, and kind of orange rich colors, so it was really cool. Really liked it. This was really cool. Unit 44, really liked this. I want to get the first issue of this and read it. I really enjoyed this. I was intrigued by this one just because of the cover. I really liked the fish, even though I'm like really afraid of the water. I don't know, kind of weird. This was great though. I really enjoyed it, and I'm anxious to get the next month comics. This was really great. I will read this again. This one, I was kind of like, when I saw it, but this ended up being one of my favorite ones, the actual Roger. This was so funny. This was so much fun to read. It's number 2 in a 5 issue limited series, so I just need to get back on there and find like issues 1 of all this stuff. This one was really good. You want something to just, really fun to read and entertaining, then you need to get on the Etsy store and get the actual Roger. I mean, just, I would have never looked at this as something to read, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It was really funny. Yeah, I kept laughing out loud and like telling Troy, you need to read this one. It's really good. Really liked it. Blood Realm. I really wish that this was just like a novel, honestly. Because it reminds me of like when you're reading like those fantasy novels, that are really big books, and you get on a certain storyline and then all of a sudden they just swap to something else. That's kind of what this did. But without like all those parts where they're like describing the landscape and different things, all that kind of filler mess, which, I mean, helps you visualize things, but then it's not totally necessary. Like I want more than just this. I want to consume like a huge chunk of this, not just one issue at a time. Really, really like this. And just based on looking at the covers and stuff, I wouldn't think that this is something that I would like. But it's really great. I really, really enjoyed that. Other stuff I'm planning to read. We were cleaning out the kids' room, trying to straighten up and stuff. You know, kids are nasty. You know, it's just, ugh. It wasn't fun, but anyway, I love the Pacific Rim movies, and we got one of them this, and I don't think they even looked at it. So I'm really wanting to read this. I love all of those movies. I love the Pacific Rim, Chappie's like one of my favorite movies. I love Die Antwoord. They're in that movie. I really like their music. It's just fun. Really catchy kind of stuff, and their videos are really weird and fun to watch. And also, I can't believe my kids haven't read this. I'm so disappointed. He-Man, the Masters of the Universe. Why wouldn't they want to read this? Look at Skeletor. Oh, look at this. Look at Trapjaw. And look at He-Man right there. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I also still have my Guardians of the Galaxy book that's like, it's bigger than both of these books together. And I've read a little bit of it and really liked it. It's really cool. So I want to read more of that. I guess I'm just in a comic phase right now. Well, that's like what I want to read. Also, I did finally finish the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Really weird. I finished it, you know, that morning on my way to work. And then my daughter sent me a text, news article, you know, that the cathedral had caught on fire that day. Really strange. I really liked the book. I'm totally with Zoe that, you know, parts of it at the beginning were so dry. So like any of the parts where Mr. Hugo was talking about the architecture of the building and of Paris and the layout of Paris and this part of Paris and it's connected by this canal and blah, blah, blah. I totally zoned out on all of those parts. But there were parts at the beginning that were just laugh out loud funny. And I always say, like, you know, the best storytellers to me are the people who, like, aren't afraid of doing things to your favorite characters, you know. It's a really, really good story. And, I mean, I might just not know about it, you know, but I mean, has there ever been like a film done like according to the book? You know, not like the Disney thing. The Disney thing is so far from the book that it's really not even fair that they call it the Hunchback of Notre Dame. But I mean, unless you like hearing architecture described and that sort of thing, you know, like you're gonna not enjoy parts of that book, but it was so good. I mean, there were, you know, times where like I would listen to it on my way to and from work. So like I would get to work and I would just sit there for another 5 minutes or so and keep listening to it because it would get to such an intense part where I needed to know what was gonna happen. And he does such a good job of introducing, you know, characters that you become really invested in. I don't want to spoil anything, so it's really hard to talk about things that I really, really enjoyed about the book without just spoiling it for someone who hasn't read it or listened to an audiobook of it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it was just really strange to finish that book on the day that it caught on fire. That's all I got for now. Sorry about the background noise. You know, it's a big family. Ooh, they're watching stuff about the new Sonic racing game. I can't wait for that to come out. It says May 21st. We have a couple of those games, and those are like one of, like, really the only game that I will play, like video game that I will play with my kids, because I can at least like keep up with them on that game, where like the other games, like even though I pick my character, I can never find my character on the screen, and I just have no idea what's going on and what I'm supposed to be doing or how to do anything. Like, I really don't even like the wrestling game because I'm just so terrible. And then, you know, it irritates everyone when you just do the same thing over and over again on those games. Anyway, that Sonic racing game looks really cool. But anywho, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a great weekend.